Hello, everybody.
What up, what up, what up?
My name is Tim Daniel. His name is Ben Brown. And welcome to this week's edition of Late Night Reds, part of the Riverfront Podcast Network, brought to you by the wonderful people over at Blue Wire. All right, so for those who are just tuning in, yes, I have to go ahead and acknowledge the elephant in the room. We did not have our regular introduction today. And the reason for that is that we have to now find new music. The person who let us use that music let me use it for 2 years. And now all of a sudden I got to notice that they want me to pay up some money. And yeah, so I will get back to our original video in due time. I just have to get us some new intro music, never fear. But for the time being, we're going to just kind of use the Riverfront one until we get that figured out, which probably be after the first of the year. But we're still going to do our show. We're still going to do our thing. Nothing's changing about Ben and I. We're still here doing it, rocking it. So I just want to make sure I handle business before we get to Ben. I did not have time to get the audio of this clip that I wanted to that would also get us a copyright infringement. So I'm just going to have to quote it from the great movie Hardball. We go into the ship, what? We go into the ship. We go into the ship, what? All right.
Yeah, man.
It is time, Ben. You have been down between
sir.
a player and a coach to 4 state championships.
Yep.
Time to get that ring, baby. Time to get that ring.
Man, you ain't lying. We're excited, man. It's a long journey. You think about as coaches and players. I mean, in a 2-year span, we've played 30 games, which is kind of crazy to think about.
It's nuts.
To be blessed enough to be able to play into November, December, and have another shot, man. Like it's pretty legit. Like our kids, and I mean, if you watch the game on Friday, like we were down 17-7 at half, and people were asking us like, "What'd you guys say at halftime?" I'm like, honestly, dude, it was real simple. Like, you guys want to be champions. Like, here it is. You haven't faced really adversity all year, so here's your adversity. Let's see how you respond. Our kids responded with 34 points in the third quarter and 54 in the second half. So I mean, it was an onslaught. Our kids, it's very rare you put that many points on a really good Highlands team, but to run and clock them by the fourth quarter is
impressive.
It's unheard of. So.
For sure.
It was cool, man. And our kids were super excited, and they're ready for this opportunity now.
Yeah, it's just such a shame Highlands didn't have Mike Mitchell to vacate a championship for him.
Yeah.
What a bummer. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, Sid wants to know, where does one get tickets to the championship game?
So if you go on, I think it's the KHSAA site, you can get tickets there. And if you guys are on my Twitter, which my Twitter's there, I can post a link there as well. If you guys are interested in getting tickets, I'll definitely post something on my Twitter link.
Awesome. Well, man, as you know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your team. I'm proud of my nephew.
Yeah, man.
Doing his thing. Another pick in this game.
Yeah, he had 2. He balled out.
Do you have another one he took to the house?
Well, he had one he took to the house week 1.
I remember that.
And then he had one he picked off actually in the end zone.
Okay, that's what I read.
Yeah, on Highland's first drive, he picked that one off, and then he picked off their last pass of the game too. So he picked off their only red zone drive, and then he picked off the other one at the end of the game. So that they're back there playing well. Between him and Riker Campbell, the other kid that plays safety, they've got 6 interceptions in the playoffs together. So
it's unreal, man.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
That's awesome. You got the Riverfront community behind you.
Oh yeah, man.
You bring home that title, so
yeah, appreciate it, man. You guys are all family. You're all riding with us, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and just pencil in that Ben will not be here next week, but I will be, and I will find someone to work with me. And then don't forget, December 15th is of course our holiday closeout for the calendar year of 2024. We will be bringing in our Christmas movie draft, which I am very excited about to follow up as our sequel to the Christmas music draft we did last year.
Yes,
which was a lot of fun. So I'm going to get some of the guys to come in and hang out with us that night. I'm really looking forward to it. It's always a fun show. But realistically, we have nothing to talk about tonight. So
No, yeah. I mean, usually there's some things that pop up or there's some news. Usually somebody makes a move, but man, it's really been like silent. Like it's like eerily silent.
yeah.
And not just for us, like for just baseball in general, it's just been eerily silent.
Yeah, basically since Blake Snell signed with the Dodgers, that's the only news in baseball,
That's it.
really.
Yeah, that's it.
And I know I saw people are really mad about it again, and they're like, that and Tommy Edman signing his extension, and it's like, once again, we're in this conversation of, it's really so tough today to scrape up and change some of these sarcastic things. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
our team didn't spend money, their team does. Okay.
Yes, they
And
do.
they're going to reap the benefits. And that's
Yep.
what we go through each and every year.
Yeah.
And we have this conversation all the time. So yeah, I guess they did sign some backup catcher from the Marlins that Skip Schumacher really liked. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
okay.
But I mean, the Blake Snell. I mean, that's kind of one of those you just say, good for them, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's really easy when a team wins the World Series to kind of sit on your laurels and do nothing. But they're like, hey, like, we're going to go out and make our team even better. So I can't fault them for that. I mean,
Not one bit.
You got to win a championship. You're trying to fortify that championship. Just like with the Shohei Ohtani move, like you could have sat on your hands and said, hey, you know what, our roster is good enough. But you're like, no, we're going to go get the best player in baseball. If he's available, we're going to go get him. And now we're just going to add to that and just keep adding. So big ups to them, man. I no complaints on my end. They're doing exactly what winning franchises do.
Yeah, absolutely. I see Sid popping up here. The deferred money is interesting on the Dodgers deals. That is like really fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And it's a smart way to do business. We're in
Mm-hmm.
this conversation right now. There's nothing against it. There's nothing that says they can't.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not attractive for sure. But look, I just watched the Cavs beat the Celtics by fouling every time they were up 3. Guess what? It works. So if the strategy works, you roll with it, no matter what sport it is. Ben, you guys are up 40 points. You play a little prevent defense.
Heck yeah.
Score past me.
Score past me. Try to throw it over the top. See what you can do.
Exactly. So I'm not too concerned about it by any means. But if you see the title today, we're just going to kind of talk about a couple things. Chad wrote a really great article this week on his Substack that just really had me thinking about it and just about Reds uniforms. So this is a conversation that comes up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was kind of curious if you and I could have some conversations about that today. And then we're just going to do a quick conversation. We're going to get draft ready. This is the war room tonight. I didn't bring my suit. I'm not that classy. Should we wear Christmas sweaters, by the way, for the 15th?
I'm down. Oh,
okay.
I'm down to wear some Christmas sweaters for sure.
Seth, make sure you bring your Christmas sweater on the 15th for the Christmas movie draft. Yes, this is me telling you, Seth, that you are going to be on there.
Yep. Go ahead and mark it down.
Seth and I are currently running Welcome to the Jungle, which I have no interest in doing that show this week.
Ooh. Dude, what a bad season to take over a Welcome to the Jungle show. Like, so just to go off on a little bit of a Bengals tirade, which I am not a Bengals fan. So
lucky you, by the way.
Which I'll say this: like being a home team, I want them to do well. I just don't go with the ups and the downs. But man, like it is super frustrating, even just as a simple football fan in general, to watch that team play. Like just super frustrating. I could not imagine. Oh yeah, I could imagine. I'm an Ohio State fan, but I could not imagine like having a team that is that talented on one end, and then just be so lackluster on the other end. Like it's just. I mean, to have the weapons you have offensively, and you couldn't stop a peewee offense with that defense.
Word.
Like I don't know what you do. Like you have zero talent. They're like Logan Wilson was out. I'm like, that don't make a difference. Like
44 points is 44 points.
Yeah, 44 points is 44 points. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying that. I mean, Joe Burrow did play a part in that. I mean, he threw a pick and had a fumble, but they also scored 38. I'm like that's
offensively 31. Yeah.
Oh, 31. Yeah.
Because
Canberra had a pick six. Yeah. But they scored 31. Like that should get you a dub. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing that show. And normally I love turning a microphone and talking about anything. But that is not the case. So while we're doing this show, if anyone does have baseball questions, Reds questions, we're happy to answer them, obviously. Like Joey Gaditza brings this one, and I like it. Would you be content with the combo signing of Jock Peterson and Randall Kritrick? Could DH both of them, and they can play the corners? Not suggesting these are the guys I think they should go after. Yeah, I would, honestly. I understand Jock Peterson's a left-handed outfielder, which we have 2 of those already, and multiple, more than 2, but 2 that we're looking to replace in that circumstance as far as not getting everyday at bats. But I really do think that those are nice upgrades to where that currently. I've wanted Randall Grichuk for a couple of years. So yeah, I would absolutely take that bargain. I think that would be a really good situation for the Reds to do. I'm not for sure what the financials are on there, but like I always say, I don't care.
Ain't my money.
Right. And what did we learn from the Tribe Called Quest when we were younger? Scary money don't make no money.
Scary money don't make no money.
That is a Tribe Called Quest, right? I'm not butchering.
Yeah. It. No, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sydney, any interest in Max Kepler? Sure. Not in love with him. Wouldn't hate having him on the team though.
No. Yeah. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah. But yeah, I like both those guys. I think that those are good pickups for sure. Dude. Okay. So I'm going to really just real quick. You mentioned the Bengals thing, and I just want to talk about this. Is like the just wave of emotions from my weekend of sports. So Friday, I check into what you guys are doing, and I'm like, heck yeah, let's go, my guy, let's do this. Let's go to the chip. Let's do it. I'm looking at my nephew getting picks, and I'm like, this rules. Shout out to Northern Kentucky high school football group for keeping me posted on the game. That was great.
Yeah. I will say this, man, and this is another one too. Like between those guys, NKY Link, 859 Sports Radio, like all those dudes that have bought in back into high school sports, dude, it's been so much fun. When I was a kid, and I was in high school, man, it was the first thing I did was go try to read the paper and see how everybody else in the high school did. And now they're bringing that back, which is awesome.
Yeah. And obviously our guy, Trent, Mr. Kentucky, doing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Him, shot by Ant, shot by Trill, Mr. Kentucky, all those dudes, man. Like it's so much fun that my kid especially, gets to benefit from their passion, which is shooting incredible videos. Rook, Quentin Rook.
Yeah.
Dude, all those dudes, man. His son Aiden is now doing it. Aiden's phenomenal as well. So all those guys that invest in our high school kids and they come shoot videos, dude, it's incredible. They do incredible work.
Aiden may be a Riverfront employee in the near future.
Yeah, dude,
that's what we call that's what we call a tease in the biz.
Yeah, that dude's a stud. He picked it up quick and he's killing it. He's put out some videos, dude, that have been incredible.
Yeah. So you guys win. I'm really pumped. I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, my Fighting Irish do work in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Put it on those dudes. 2 pick sixes to put the game away.
Yeah.
So take those. Get ourselves into CFP. I'm like, all right, this is a good weekend. Nothing's going to tear me down. The Bengals happen.
Yes.
And I'm like talking with Kevin and Skylar because I'm not doing block shot stop tonight, obviously, because I'm doing this. And I'm like, guys, I need a Cavs win tonight because that Bengals game just about ruined my weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they go and beat the Seas tonight. Donovan Mitchell has one of those fourth quarter Donovan Mitchells. And I'm like, all right, I had a good weekend. Weekend. Big picture. So I'll take it. But you guys don't care about all that. You just want to hear us talk Reds baseball. So Joey Gaditz asked about Gary Sanchez. Yes. If he can back up Tyler Stevenson, do it. I think if I remember correctly, he had pretty decent numbers with the Brewers last year in a short time. He's obviously not the Gary Sanchez of the Yankees.
No, but we don't need that Gary Sanchez.
Nope.
We need a guy that can be his backup catcher. Yeah. We need a guy that can go in and give us quality at bats when needed.
Yeah, absolutely. So Seth is trying to bury the lead here. And we're going to get to this as well. So talking all-time Reds unis. This is the thing I'm really passionate about, obviously, as a jersey collector over my lifetime. And just kind of talking about different uniforms from the past. But the first question I have to legitimately ask you on this, Ben, this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pro or anti drop shadow in the sea?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Should I explain this so people know what we're talking about? Or
yeah. Go ahead and explain it. Go ahead and
Okay.
explain it, and I'll give you my answer because I like.
So if you
That's
look
a
at the
tough
Reds, so if the Reds always do this thing
Yeah.
where they have the outline instead of just the
Yep.
regular logo. So my question is, do you like this, or do people like this or not? And to be honest with you, I actually want your opinion first before I go.
Yeah. I kind of like the crispiest of the non-drop shadow.
Okay, I
Because
agree.
because it's a crispy look, like it's a
Yeah.
sharp look. The drop shadow kind of makes it look bubbly.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan. I kind of like the crispy C for sure.
Okay, I'm the same way. I don't hate it, but I'm
I
not
don't
in love
hate
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they didn't have it next year, I wouldn't be heartbroken.
right.
But okay, so we're on the same page there.
Mhm.
Sydney, pro or anti no sleeves? All right, so this has come up because during the
Good
75th
question.
anniversary team, they did. I mean, they're in the 150th anniversary team. They brought back all those classic uniforms.
Mhm.
And obviously, everyone talked about the Derek Dietrich, Michael Lorenzen clip
Yes.
where
Yep,
they're
yep,
pumping iron and they're wearing no
yep,
sleeves. And I know that comes
yep.
up a lot, but I think about in 97 when Dion just full on cut the sleeves off.
Yes, he did.
And that became a really big thing. So I think looking at the current team, looking at that team, I was pro because they had, they could bring it.
Oh yeah, dude. They were jacked.
But this team currently doesn't really have they've got guys are in shape. They look good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're like those dudes. Like they don't look like the Wolfpack by any means.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. It's I kind of like the cutoff sleeve look if you can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's something about that sharp look of that like vest type look.
Yes.
And the arm, like there's just something about it I really like.
Yeah.
If it's done correctly, you know what I mean?
Agreed. Are you fond? Another thing that comes up. This is a hot button. The mid '90s jerseys. We're talking the ice cream cone hat, basically the pinstripe, white hat, the black red C.
Mm-hmm.
This is my hot take of the show, probably as far as uniforms, because everyone hates that jersey. I think it's my favorite.
I'll tell you what. I am a huge fan of pinstripe jerseys.
Same.
And that's just, I've always been that way. Even when I was a kid, like when we got our uniforms in baseball, like that was always cool because we rocked it was almost like the Reds jerseys. Like it was pinstripe button up, pinstripe pants, with solid red like true stirrups, not the ones built into the socks. Like we had true stirrups, and I love that outfit.
Yeah. So David here is saying the hat was the worst, and that's the thing I'm saying is everyone really kind of gets mad about that hat. I don't know if it's just the fact that I was a kid and those were the first times I was going to games with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that hat, and I don't know if it's just a nostalgia attachment to it, or I actually really genuinely like the design. But I have 3 or 4 of them just from when they brought all the hats back from that era, from the 150th anniversary season. I have 3 of those hats just because, as a kid, I loved it. Big picture, it's probably not the most attractive, but
well, I think we attach ourselves to things that bring us good memories, right? Like you said, that's the first time you remember going to those games with your dad and all like those things you attach to, like those 90s uniforms, like the 90s World Series uniforms. A lot of people don't like those, but dude, those are probably one of my favorites because that's when I kind of really started getting into enjoying Reds baseball. Was watching, Eric Davis and Barry Larkin and Joe Oliver and, all these different dudes who became my guys that I enjoyed.
For sure.
And those are probably the most plain generic jerseys that we had, but they're probably my favorite. Just the clean, just white, gray with the C, with the Cincinnati across. The
gray road one is my
favorite.
Is my favorite Reds jersey of all time. Realistically.
Yeah, sick. Yes.
Yeah, I think that jersey looks great. I think they could bring that jersey back now, and it would look awesome. City says, it's actually dropped a little coin for us. Thanks, Sid. I appreciate you so much. My favorite were the 1911 Road Blue jerseys. I
just saw those. Yes, I just saw those today when we were going back talking about this. I was like, if they brought those back, that would be one. I might go get that one.
I like the 40s blue, the ones that had
Yeah,
to wear because of the Cold War.
yeah,
Those are some of my favorites. So, I'm really happy you brought up the pullover from the 90s.
yeah.
My hot take on that other two is like, I think we only like those jerseys because they won in them. Realistically,
Yes,
like
yeah,
I know I get why people
yeah.
like even the Machine who had like the first portion of that jersey.
Yep.
I it's not pretty. Like it's cool when they
No.
wear it in
Mm-mm.
throwback games. I really like
Mhm.
that. Like I'll never forget in 2000 when they had the 25 and 10 patch honoring
Yes.
75 and 90.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they wore those games, and you saw Junior wearing 30 in his dad's style
And his
jersey, and
dad's style jersey. Yeah.
that was a cool moment, and that's something
Yep.
that I remembered. He hit a homer in that game.
Yep.
That was cool, but like I just don't. I think that if they didn't win the series in those jerseys, they didn't have the Machine in those jerseys. I don't
Yeah.
think people liked them as much. Is that?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Am I an
No,
idiot?
no, no.
There?
I think those they remind people of good times. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, that's why people like the '90s and they like the Big Red Machine jerseys because, even in other sports, like when the Bulls were winning championships, like those uniforms were the bomb because our team was winning. You know what I mean?
Yep,
So,
buddy.
like
I
those.
have the Cavs jersey. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so
I
like
mean,
yeah.
So I mean, there's just different things that you attach to, good memories, good times. Everybody, everybody was on the same page, and you attach yourself to that. So yeah, no, I definitely think there's a lot to that for
Yeah.
sure.
So Joey says, maybe unpopular opinion, but I don't mind the current gray unis with the Sisay fought across it. I don't love them, but it does kind of attach me. It kind of going to the conversation we're having. It reminds me a lot of the 2010, 2012 teams.
Hmm.
And I have fond memories of like going on the road and watching those teams play because they were really good. And so, yeah, but like I would love to see them make a replacement for sure. I don't really love the current white home jersey. I think it's a little boring. Would beg for a replacement there. And I obviously really do love the City Connect jerseys. You can see by the hat I'm
Mm,
wearing. I think it's great. I think it's the best one in baseball. I know that they
yeah,
keep dropping in these like terrible Bleacher Report lists every time a new team comes out with one, but those lists suck and they're wrong.
yeah,
So I think we got these for another 2 more years before they make the do the next one. But I like these a lot. I think it looks really
yeah.
cool when you're at the ballpark on Friday nights.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
The
went to the
City
first game
Connects
they
are.
wore them.
Yeah, the City Connects are those things are sick. I mean, that's a design that you get, and it's like you're like, man, that's one you got to keep in the bag at all times for sure.
Yeah, still need a Joey Votto one. I have an Ellie, and so I really want I want a Votto and I want a Hunter Green one.
Yeah,
Uh, but those are my favorites. Red alternate. Do you like the jersey? I'm not a huge fan.
no, I'm not a fan of the red alternate. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think it looks like, which is I like the original one when they switched
Hmm.
in the late 2000s, where it was like basically the home jersey but red.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Um, but I'm not attached. Like, I don't like this cursive across. It looks like a spring training jersey to me.
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
It definitely is. Yeah, it gives me that spring training vibe or like a practice game vibe, exhibition. Like we're just
right.
playing exhibition games. Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
just feel
I'm
like
with
you're
you.
kind of bland. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so I don't know. Maybe that's just it. But so the current ones that say they're yeah, looks minor league. I think that's a good point, Josh. I think that's a really good point. Though I say that I love the Louisville Bats jerseys. I think they're clean,
yeah,
and I love when they're the Louisville Mashers.
yes,
Those are cool. By the way, how do we
yeah,
have so many listeners, like people watching tonight? Like, this is awesome. Thanks for hanging out.
yeah.
But I was not expecting this.
No, thank
This
you guys for
conversation.
popping in.
I thought we'd be like 5 minutes away from wrapping the show at this point, and this is actually a really fun combo. So
Yeah,
this
it
is
is.
great. David brings it up here. 69 jersey, 69 home jersey. It's like my favorite.
Yeah.
I really love that jersey. The white pinstripe, the hat, the C looks great.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Dave asks, I like Los Rojos. Were those ever? I really like the. I really do like the Los Rojos. Those were neat with the black.
Yeah.
The black piping down the buttons.
Yep.
Those were great. I actually had
Yeah,
a
I
couple of
got
those.
Isaac has a. Oh, he had a. I mean, this is when he was 10, but he had a Chapman one, the Los
Yeah.
Rojos Chapman jersey. Like I said, he was 10, so it doesn't fit anymore. But
Can I tell a funny retail story from when those shirts
oh,
were coming out?
oh yeah, absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right. So as I preface this story, I want to make sure I mention that this could come off. Anything that's said here that sounds like offensive is not from me. This is me coming to bat for the jerseys.
There you go.
So I worked at a jersey store in the mall, and like everything in this country, people get really mad when you change things. So the Los Rojos jerseys come out, and the store I work at, we have them all on the wall. You can see backs, the backs, you can see the players' names. And these people come in, and they're like, "Los Rojos, that's ridiculous. They're doing this. America's pastime." And I'm like, kind of looking, I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "This is, so bad that they're doing this." And I was like, looking at him, I was like, the NBA does this too, like the El Heat jersey, which is grammatically incorrect, but still they do it. And then I was like, Los Lakers, things like that. And I was like, "Well, do you have an issue with that?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, well, why do you have an issue with this?" They're like, "Because this is baseball. This is America's sport." And I went, "Man, with all due respect, the last names on the back of the jerseys are Cueto, Chapman, Cabrera, Navarro."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Gutierrez.
I was like, "I don't think you're winning this argument, ma'am."
No, not at all.
They left the store.
Yeah, rightfully so. They don't deserve a jersey.
Yeah, it's like, have you watched baseball in the last 40 years?
Yeah, come on, come on, are we really doing that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I thought those were a cool kind of change up. The thing I liked about those the first year they wore them is they wore the original Diamond era black batting practice hat, which was the Mr. Redleg on the front and had like that dry fit kind of material.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that. I thought that was a really cool design. I was at the first game they wore those. I remember that. It was like a Saturday afternoon game against the Brewers.
Dude, you have a lot of history making appearances from you going to Reds games. Dude, you've been a part of so many historic.
So weird.
You're like so Marty weird. McFly from Back to the Future. Like you've been to a lot of events. You're like, "Man, I was at that 3-run home run game by Joey." I'm like, "How are you at these games, Tim? Like, how'd you do it?"
You went to my seats a couple times with me.
I know. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, somehow I've been to 2 no-hitters.
Right.
No idea how that I think that's I mean, that's I might have a shot at finding Jimmy Hoffa at this point with with being at 2 no-hitters. Granted, one of them was against the Reds, but I was at Homer's in 2013 in Cincinnati against the Giants. It should have been a perfect game, but I will never forget Joey fielding that ground ball and getting Posey out at third to keep the no-hitter going. That was awesome. And then I was at Jake Arrieta's when the Cubs won 16-0 at GABP.
You were at that game?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it too much.
Wow.
My favorite thing about it was the Reds Twitter account that night just posted, "Reds draw 6 walks." What can you say? You know what I mean? You lose 16-0 and you get no hit.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say. There's nothing.
We're getting some good questions about this now. Bats Hispanic jerseys. Those are cool. I like those.
Yeah.
69.71 the net pin shift. No, you're right. I'm sorry, David. I'm absolutely sorry. You're absolutely right. Do you prefer a black brim or all red for the hat? Okay, this is a good one because I think I really I think this is my favorite in the rotation. Realistically, I wish they would wear it again. The black with the red brim. I always really like this hat. I wish they would bring it back. I'm having trouble figuring out where my camera is today.
No, you're good. We saw it. You're good.
Yeah, I wish they would keep it as an alternate. But I like that hat a lot. And then, but I think a lot about Griffey's first game with the Reds when they wore the home jersey at the time, which was the 99 white jersey, black stripe, red pinstripe. I mean, black sleeve, red pinstripe. And the home hat at that point was red top, black bottom. And it just makes me think about Griffey coming out in the red turtleneck. And for me, that's really cool. Yeah. I mean, what perfect timing right here.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot that was right in front of my face. So I think about like to me, I just attached the memory of that, but
Yeah.
and I think about the 99 team a lot and just like those jerseys like that we just described and
Mm-hmm.
how cool Greg Vaughn and those
No,
guys looked in that
dude.
jersey.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude, that was I would say if I had to go, I would say red top, black brim.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would agree
Yeah.
with that for sure.
But I don't mind the all red one. I think it looks good. I love the red, all red with just the white, no
With the
drop shadow.
white. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
my favorite Reds hat.
Yeah.
Machine
Those are
era,
like
95.
those are so clean with the no drop shadow and the C and the all red. Like
Yeah.
man, that just looks crispy. That looks so good.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to think about like I kind of do like normally I'm not I don't normally like the jersey underneath like the last name underneath the number in any sport,
Yeah.
but the Frank Robinson era, the early 60s, I like that jersey.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
I think that jersey looks cool. Black brim with red stitches. Ooh. Yeah, I can dig it. Remember, I used to work at Lids. I was a
I was
Lids
gonna
fan,
say
so like
you were a Liz man. You had
I knew it all, man. I had them all. Yeah, I mean, all the All-Star Game hats were kind of fascinating to me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can go in this conversation way too long. Like, if I walk into Cook's,
Oh yeah.
I can't take my credit card with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? Because it's like they have everything.
Cooks is dangerous.
So dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Cooks
God.
is dangerous.
Yeah, and not just Reds wise, like literally.
Yeah, it's got everything.
They had a
Yeah.
last time I was there, they had a number 12 blank back Chicago Bulls jersey.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Wow.
the infamous night that Michael Jordan's jersey was stolen.
Got
Yes.
stolen. Yep. Absolutely.
So,
Wow. Jeez, oh Pete.
yeah, as dangerous as Darkwing Duck. Yes.
Yes, it
Yes,
is. 1,000%.
Yes, it is.
1,000%.
Oh man, that's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Cooks is like yeah, it's insane all the stuff they have in there and like and you could spend hours in there and thousands of dollars if you really wanted to. It's dangerous.
Kara says sometimes with the team laundry is all we have to cheer for. That reminds me of the Jerry Seinfeld bit where he talked about like at some point you're just rooting for laundry.
Oh yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
so true. It's
Absolutely.
so true. Oh man. This has been this conversation has gone on to be way better than I thought it would for the what it's worth.
It's been pretty cool.
Shout out Chad for writing this article and making me do this. But let me make sure I pull this up because there was one particular one to mention. So yeah, 1969 Reds jersey. Like I said, yeah, dude, just clean. I'm pulling up an eBay link right now. And David's right. I was thinking of the Frank Robinson one I mentioned. But this baby right here is just, let me screenshot this. And the dugout jacket from that era as well. Super underrated. But this baby right here with, no, what am I doing? Okay, this is not working out for me. Plain white, red logo right here. Bring it back, make that the home jersey. And I think that's the thing I really like is like a lot of teams are kind of leaning back into their old jerseys.
They really are.
Like the Brewers, I love the Brewers went back to the MB glove.
The MB
logo.
glove, yeah.
The Mets have brought back the racing stripe jerseys. They don't wear them every game, but they should.
But they're in the rotation.
Yeah, they brought back this year. They wore the 99 Subway Series, 99 2000 Subway Series jersey, the black one with the Mets in cursive. I think that looks good, way better than the red cursive one.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool jersey.
Yeah, it's So, all right, so I say 69 home. It would be the home if it were up to me. 95 would be the road, and I would go if they had like an alternate. I would probably just barely beating out the City Connect. I would go with those 50s blue ones. That would be my alternate.
Yeah, I would go, and I'm looking at this thing here, the history of jerseys, which I mean, some of these, of course, you remember, but I would go 90s home. But I think, ooh, the 59 roads are so clean to me.
They are clean.
And I don't know if I don't know if this will pop up or
Yeah.
not. But the 59
Oh yeah,
roads,
for sure.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, those things are just
With
dirty.
the Mr. Redleg in the corner.
With the
right
Mr.
here.
Redleg in the corner. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, those things are dirty.
It's a good jersey.
Of course, I would go the Navy. The Navy 1911 roads would be my alternative as well.
Yeah, I like those a lot too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun conversation.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, because it's a deep dive, man. Like, there's so much. When you have a baseball team that's been around for 160 years or 50 years or however many, like, there's so many different alternatives and things they've done and mixes and matches. Like, it's really cool to see the history of those and how they, and you can pretty much match a uniform with every player or a player of that generation. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Josh just brings up a great point. I did love a lot of my favorite 4th of July hat, and I could never find it. It's the first year. So it was an all blue hat. I think the National League wore an all blue hat, and I think the American League wore an all red hat, if I remember correctly. And it had the team logo, but the American flag was in the logo. So pretty.
Can't find it?
Dude, like, can't find it on eBay. Google it. It's like
it never existed.
Right. Dude, yeah. It's legit.
What year? What year? Hold on. What year was that?
I want to say it was 07. I could be wrong there.
Okay.
But it's like late 2000s, 07, 08.
Gotcha.
Around there.
Gotcha.
But it was cool. I think, yeah, I like that one a lot. The first year Diamond Era was really cool. That's what it was. Okay, Josh is right. So it was all red and had the American flag inside the C logo. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, do you like on the uniform perspective before we move to our silly thing here? We're going to do that in the show. I just want to say, I'm so happy the All-Star game is going back to everyone wearing their actual jersey.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That was like the best part of the All-Star game.
Yes, absolutely. 1,000%. 1,000%.
It's
awesome. Is the NBA doing that too?
I hope so, man.
Dude, when everybody rocked their own jerseys in the NBA All-Star game, it was so sick.
It really was. Yeah.
It made it so much better.
I think about that clip in The Last Dance all the time when like Jordan and Reggie Miller are sitting there talking to Larry Bird because Larry Bird's coaching the team, and they're all and like Michael and Kobe are going against each other, and Kobe's in the purple Laker jersey. Yeah, dude,
legit.
Kobe also should not have been an All-Star that year, but that's a conversation for another podcast. That's it. Yeah, it didn't have the USA patch on the side at the time.
Yeah,
but it's very similar to that. It's very close.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, dude. So we do a little fun skis here. I don't think we have to go full lineup, but with having nothing to talk about because the Reds have no moves and getting ready for the Christmas movie draft in a couple weeks, I just wanted to kind of do a little chat about some of our guys that we would draft and put our team together on guys from baseball movies. And we're not counting guys movies like 8 Men Out or 42 because those
are real people.
Those are real people. Yeah. Shoeless Joe Jackson will not be selected in this draft, nor will Jackie Robinson or Pee Wee Reese. But we're talking, the Sandlot and the Little Big Leagues and the Major Leagues and every Kevin Costner movie known to man. Besides, it's like baseball and Yellowstone for him. All right. In that incredible movie he did where he was the FBI agent trying to track down Al Capone when De Niro's Al Capone. Was that The Untouchables?
Yeah, I think so.
That movie rules.
Untouchables was pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't know. This could also go off the rails. God only knows. But how should we do this? Because I really feel like should we just go we can't go 8 because we don't have time.
No. But I say this. We go 1 through 5. 1 through 5 hitter.
Okay.
And then that's how we'll end it. And then if we want to, we can go 6 through 9 next week if the Reds don't make any moves.
That's fair. Any love for the 39 unis? I do like this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You taking your picture here? What are you doing?
Nope, I've got to go with my all-time favorite baseball movie, which is The Sandlot, and my number one has got to be Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
It's the right answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta be.
it's the right answer.
Yeah, gotta be.
He's the man.
Yeah, yep.
And who could ever forget the end of that movie? Like the movie's like 30 years old. We can talk
Yep.
about it, right? This isn't spoiler alert.
No. Yeah.
Okay. The end of
Then
the
that
movie when he's actually playing for the
incredible.
Dodgers.
Yes. Dude, he
Rules.
looks up his buddy's broadcast and dude, he steals home. Come on, man.
Unreal.
The Jets still got it. The Jets still got it. Oh man, gives me chills still.
So good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going. My power hitter. Already been mentioned in the chat by Dave, but had to make sure we give some love. Going Jabu.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Pedro Serrano.
Yes.
Because that scene in Major League One, when they're in the one game playoff, and he goes, "I say, forget you, Jabu. I do it myself.
I do it myself."
Rules. He's running around the bases with the bat in his hand if he hits the homer. Like
incredible.
Amazing.
Incredible.
So good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I do it myself. Dude, that's awesome.
Oh man.
Oh man.
The scene of when the pitcher who goes takes some of Jobu's rum and then gets hit in the head with the ball. We're like,
yeah.
I don't know if there's a bigger drop off from OG to sequel than Major League 1 to Major League 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
But
it's pretty significant for sure. It's pretty significant. You just can't recreate the magic of Major League 1. They tried in 2, but dude, you can't recreate that.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Just insane.
What are you thinking for your pick?
My second pick, for my probably my second or third favorite movie, I gotta go Roy Hobbs, man, The Natural.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, gotta go Roy Hobbs.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one.
Who are you thinking second?
I'm going to go from one of my all-time favorite movies. That's really a terrible movie in hindsight, but as a kid, I loved it. I'm going to go Rocket Stedman from Rookie of the Year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. No, I like that for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see here. For my
I guess that's my pitcher, so.
Yeah. I'll go pitcher here. I'll go dude, I gotta go Wild Thing. I gotta go Wild Thing. If I'm going pitcher, I gotta go Wild Thing. Dude, Ricky Vaughn. Give him the heater, Ricky.
Right about the curveball.
We're gonna
You know what's the most underrated part of Major League? I might have already said this on a podcast, but it just makes me laugh so hard every time. Is in the beginning when they're putting the team together and they call Lou Brown. And they're like, Lou, what do you think about managing the Indians? And he's like, at the tire service place, he goes,
oh yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
I'll have to think about it.
I got to think about it.
So good.
Oh, dude, hold on. We got some good ones in chat. Kelly Leak from the Royal Bad News Bears. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
one. Jack Parkman. He's on my list. Yeah. Jack Parkman, dude, he was awesome. He was the ultimate antagonist.
So we're
Adam Lee bringing the heat with that one.
Was this our third pick?
Yeah, this will be your third pick. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go from a god terrible movie that is just atrocious. And I don't even know how many people remember this movie, but I'm going to go Bobby Rayburn, played by Wesley Snipes in the movie The Fan.
The Fan. Oh my gosh. Yes.
With Robert De Niro? Hold up at all.
No, it does. with Robert De Niro. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. It's a terrible movie.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bobby Rayburn. That didn't hold up very well.
No, it did not.
Okay, my fourth pair. I gotta go Crash Davis, Bull Durham.
That was gonna be my pick. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I gotta go Crash Davis. Yeah.
that's yeah. Adam, no disrespect to Crash, but John C. Riley and For the Love of the Game.
Oh,
I
yep.
was yeah.
That
All
was a
right.
good one.
Well, I
Yeah,
need
no,
Mike
that's a good
Hector,
one.
and you took Benny the Jet. So I gotta go. My guy. I gotta go. Hamilton Ham Porter.
Ham Porter, yes, go.
Gotta go Ham Porter.
Yes. You play like a girl.
The scene when he hits the homer and they lose the ball and he's running around the bases and everyone's just hitting him with their glove.
Yep.
It's such a thing that when you were a kid and you played baseball with your friends, it happened to everybody
Absolutely.
because we all played in way too small of fences. Yeah, we certainly weren't hitting bombs.
That's funny.
That
is too funny.
Yeah,
that's awesome. All right. So my fifth pick, and this is only because he's probably my favorite comedian of all time, but I'm going to go Bernie Mac as Stan Ross in Mr. 3000. Movie was not very good, but dude, he's always funny and everything. So I got to go with my man Stan the Man in Mr. 3000.
I remember seeing that movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Being like,
yeah,
this is not good.
This ain't it. this ain't it. And only because I love the stand up is the only reason why I went and watched it. But dude, I was like, nah, man, I'm like, nah, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah. I gotta go my guy Jack Elliott from Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck.
Oh yeah.
Which little Easter egg here. In the scene before he gets traded from the Yankees to the team in Japan, we see one Frank Thomas is the guy in the batting cage.
In the batting cage, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. That's good stuff. Yeah. That's good stuff. That's a good group list of 5 right there.
I think so. Yeah, I think you won, but I think it's a fun pick here.
That's good stuff.
Griffey movie-wise, what do you think was a better appearance? Little Big League when he hits the homer and winks at the third baseman?
Ooh.
Or Summer Catch when he hits a bomb off Freddie Prinze Jr.
I was going to say, Summer Catch has got to be my pick. Yeah, that was pretty cool, especially with him being in a Reds jersey.
Yeah, and it was at Riverfront.
Yeah, that was legit.
Yeah,
that was legit.
Also, that movie's also really bad. But...
yeah, it's not a very good movie.
Yeah,
baseball movies are like if you go and rank just baseball movies it's really hard because there's only like maybe 4 really good ones, and the rest of them you're just like it was okay, but not great.
Yeah, I think if I had to put my list, man, do you remember John Goodman's Babe Ruth movie?
I do. I do. I do. Yeah, not good.
For those who haven't seen it, don't.
Yeah. Do not waste those hours of your life. Do not.
And I'm like a huge John Goodman fan, and I'm like, God,
yeah. No, yeah. John Goodman's probably one of my favorites. Yeah, but that was not it.
8 Men Out.
Yeah.
Love.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Moneyball's really my favorite, even though that they just kind of paint this picture like it was like this silly underdog Oakland A's team, but it's like you had the American League MVP and the Cy Young Award winner on that team.
Right, on that team, right, on that same team.
But it's great. Shout out David Justice, getting some love in that movie.
Yeah.
Northern Kentucky.
No, heck yeah. Northern Kentucky legend.
Yeah. Major League, obviously. That's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Sandlot and Major League probably go really close hand to hand. As 2 of my favorite. One that I did mention, which was okay, not great. Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
I mentioned it earlier and start the show.
Yeah, you did start. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's in that movie as a young kid.
Michael B. Jordan. Yep. So, but no, there's some good ones in there, but there's a lot of stinkers.
There are a lot of stinkers. Do you enjoy Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore?
No, not really.
I kind of like it.
Was it pretty good?
It's okay.
I was I was in Jamal
Yeah.
from Hardball.
It's I wouldn't say it's a cinematic classic,
Right.
but if you're flipping like looking for something to watch and you can't find anything and you see that pop up on Tubi,
Yeah.
I might put it on for a few minutes.
Yeah. Very under. Another one we didn't even mention, League of Their Own, was a really good one.
Oh, dude, that movie
Yeah,
rules.
League of Their Own is a really good one.
That's
I'd
like
put that. I'd put that in the
best.
top tier. Yeah, that's a
I would
top
too.
tier movie.
Adam Berg 61. That movie's great.
Oh,
That movie's
yes,
awesome.
it is.
Barry Pepper as Roger
61.
Maris is great.
Yeah, 61 was high quality. Good. Hey, good shout out, Adam. Yeah, 61 was really
They
good.
turned Old Tiger Stadium into Yankee Stadium for that movie.
Yes.
That's like really a really neat detail.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies where if you have a copy of it on DVD, I don't know, the kids remember DVDs, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you watch the special features on it because it tells like it's like Billy Crystal goes into detail how he put the movie together. And it's awesome.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Yeah, League of Their Own is tier 1. Agreed.
Yes, it is.
I do really enjoy 42. I think Chadwick Boseman and Harrison Ford, you just can't go wrong with having those two guys in a movie.
Two just icons. I mean, those two were awesome.
Yeah. But dude, I was not expecting anything in this show. And it's probably one of my favorites we've ever done.
Dude, we cooked. Thank you to the chat, dude. The chat makes it so much better.
Saves us this week.
Yes. Yeah.
So awesome. I think we're at the point where we can wrap this episode. Thank you guys so much. I mean, we had way more people hanging out than I thought we would. Yeah, how do we go this whole thing without mentioning Field of Dreams, by the way? David just brought it
up. Yeah. Field of Dreams. That's one of those no-brainers, yeah.
Yeah, so Moonlight Graham is a real baseball player in real life, or else I would have put him on the pick on the draft.
Yeah.
Because that movie's great. I really wanted to go to the Field of Dreams game a couple of years ago, but I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, it's pretty steep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do Bristol.
Yeah, let me know. If I'm open and available, like we can drive it. I may have people down in Bristol. We may be able to find somebody to stay with and kick it down there.
Yeah, look at this. We have Mets fans hanging out. Adam, okay. Did you at least hear when I gave the Mets their props for the Lenny Dykstra 85 and then the 99 jerseys? Just make sure I got that in there. It's on wax, as the kids say. So I did make sure I gave them their pub there. I really wanted when Jay Bruce got traded there was the year that they brought the racer stripes back. So I was always trying to find a Jay Bruce racer stripe Mets jersey. Never happened.
Never happened.
Such is life. Probably for the best for my financials, but yeah. But thank you guys for hanging out. We definitely appreciate it. A lot of fun tonight, just talking jerseys and movies, and didn't talk anything about the Reds in the field by any means because there's nothing to say. Yeah. But my wife and I are starting our Christmas movies tonight with Home Alone, and so I'm really excited.
Yeah. So you guys are doing it. What are you going to do? A Christmas movie a night until Christmas?
We normally do. We'll watch, but now that she's working nights Wednesday through Saturday, we'll put like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We normally will. I'm actually sipping back in the college basketball for a little bit tomorrow night, just one night only.
Oh, okay.
Going up to Miami of Ohio to watch them play. Go see Travis. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's always a good one, man. Miami of Ohio is always fun.
Yeah, Millet's fun. Nice place to go see a game. But. Hey, if you aren't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're listening to us on your podcast app of choice, please make sure you give us a nice review. Thank you guys so much for everything. A lot of fun tonight. Again, reminder, Ben will not be here next week. He's going to go win a state championship. So let's do it. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.